Welcome to the F&A Show, episode 9. You've got to be kidding me. A judge in Tampa, Florida, ordered that two lawyers use the game rock, paper, scissors to settle a dispute. U.S. District Judge Gregory Presnell was upset with the two attorneys who were battling over an insurance lawsuit and couldn't agree on a location for taking a sworn statement. Presnell told them that they had to find a neutral location for the game and conduct the challenge 3 weeks later. Quote, "We have to do it, so I'm going to have to review the rules of the game," said David Pettinato, one of the attorneys. No word on the results of the game. We have to do it, so I'm going to have to review the rules of the game. Rock, paper, scissors. Review the rules. Rock, paper, scissors. The only positive thing to come out of this bizarre little article, other than the ridiculous nature of it and the stupidity of this dumb shit lawyer, is that it gives me the opportunity to present him with the Douchiest Person of the Week award. Way to go, dumbass.
You are a fucking douche.
This is the F&A Show. Welcome and sorry. Well, quite pleased to say that we have our first sponsor of the show. That's right. Today's episode, numero 9, brought to you by Freedman's. Man, crap. Just not sure what to do. Well, shit, I don't know.
Does the everyday grind have you down and out? Tired of feeling like a desk job douche? Things not going well at home? Ever wish all your problems would just go away? Well, you're not alone. Freedman's Euthanasia has been in the business of helping those like you for over 66 years. You may just not have what it takes for this life. Freedman's Euthanasia. Call today for your confidential consultation. 1-800-KILL-ME-NOW. That's 1-800-556-3669.
Almost fucked up today. This morning, to be more specific. I try usually to be out of bed around 4:50 or so in the morning, in order to arrive at work with ample time to open the store and fully wake myself up. However, this morning, even though I was quite awake after a good sleep at 4:31, when my first alarm went off, I hesitated. That little bit of waiting, that suggestion of the idea of continuing to lay for just one more moment, always gets me if I listen to it. All it takes is a couple of seconds before another equally as compelling voice enters my head, and dangling from my eyelids with physical weight speaks the word or something like that. I don't know what it means, but the result is always the same. I call this the urge voice because it releases in me an impulse so strong to close my eyes and be still that nothing short of a miracle, could convince me that it spoke anything but unadulterated truth. And thus, a teasing taste of sleep envelops me again so peacefully at that time that I believe the lie that it will last. Sometime after this, something else inevitably occurs, a swift yet decisive split-second panic attack, when reality slaps these voices in the vocal cords and my eyes shoot open as though they had all the while known that time was at hand to come alive, but had been pinned down and temporarily forced to surrender to the weight of deceit. At this point, reality delves a little deeper in order to find the light switch in my brain, and as it is turned on and charging up, so too is my panic leveling into a steady throb of a sensation. Motor skills to the rest of my body come to life now, beginning with my left arm. I focus on it and realize that it has already begun to reach instinctively for my cellular device, and it is in this half-second grasp and retrieval that fear shrouds all of me. Doubt and self-loathing tackle what is left of the panic as my mind begins its first battle of the new 24 hours. What seems like a minute passes as my thumb stretches over the keypad, now facing my eyes to illuminate the screen by pressing the menu button. All of my worries were washed away as I saw this morning the numbers 442 displayed. In this cleansing moment of relief, though, I did not arise as I should have. No. You see, today, like many days before it, this middle-of-the-road time displayed on the phone was all my brain needed to rationalize the situation and justify relaxing for just a moment more, now that I was truly awake and had nothing more to worry about. 8 more minutes, it said to itself, and myself. 8 more minutes before we really need to do anything. Trusting these words of my own vulnerable thinking is always such an easy and simple thing that I hardly recognize what is happening until I examine the scenario from the vantage point of hindsight. It is from this perspective that I can identify the characters for who they really are. You see, at this point, the urge voice had walked casually back into my head and was coaxing reality into letting her stay just a bit longer in order that she might kindly do his job for her. Understanding, at least to some vague degree, that I was being tricked into submission, I fought for a brief 2 seconds as always before plummeting back into oblivion. Those 2 seconds represent something profound, I believe. When I figure out exactly what that is, I'll update you. After several more blissful moments of sleep, reality decides to quite suddenly flip all the breakers in my brain on, and I am forced into a state of momentary hell. This birth of consciousness feels more like a dream than any of my true dreams the previous night. I'm convinced that I had already lived the day, and it is now the morning after, and I am fully awake with plenty of time to spare. Unfortunately, this is, as you've probably guessed, not the case at all. The time reads 5:16. And on a normal day, I would be brewing the first pot of coffee at the shop, after having already consumed a scrumptious double shot of espresso at my house. Well, shit. Some mornings were just meant to be slept through, I suppose. Call the FNA show. 601-857-1229. This is Eamon. This is the FNA show. Pants out.